Good morning, friends, followers, fellow YouTube creators, my army of Chevites and cultists, and for all of my great people that have came across on Instagram, welcome. Instagram is the platform to be on. You can control who watches your stuff, and it's a lot safer. So that's why I'm here on Instagram. But for those on YouTube, I'm still here for the time being. I know I'm getting loads of messages, Trevor, why this, why that, why I'm not going to move, I'm not going to... Listen, if you're not going to move across to Instagram, then I wish you all the best. There's a lot more YouTubers on here to go and listen to. Yes, I know you've watched me for a couple of years, but I've been forced to do this. I've had warnings from YouTube. I've actually had, now, one strike from YouTube because someone didn't like my content. It wasn't now, the video was left up for weeks. The video was left up. It was left up. But then someone took an offence to it and YouTube went, there's a strike. And I'm not willing to stay on a platform which has treated me like shite for quite some time. I do not know any other YouTube creator that would have stayed on this platform if they had been demonetized nearly 2 years ago. So there we go, people. I do appreciate lots of your support, but YouTube are making thousands and thousands of pounds off my content, and none of it goes into Trevor's pocket. So I've done this for 2 years for free. I know I get the odd the odd PayPal donation. That's by the by. Why should I put the effort in anymore on this platform? I downloaded another video yesterday. So, you know, once all the videos are transitioned across, I can leave and feel at peace. And if anything, I do believe my mental health will probably get a little bit better when I'm not on this platform, with not all the bitchiness that takes part on it. I wish everyone else the best of luck. Before I go, I'll give a couple of shout outs to a couple of great YouTubers, and hopefully you can go and support them. If you're not willing to come across the Instagram, I understand. It's one of those things. But I'm going to be honest. People telling me I haven't got 99p. Really? Anyway, there we go. Right. Slept in this morning. I did sleep in. Got up at 9. Should have been 8, but the clock went forward. But there we go. So what's happening? I'm reading this morning, ready? Which sickens me. Energy companies. Do you know that since 2020, energy companies in the UK, the top 20 companies, have made over 420 billion in profit off all of us. It's shocking, the prices. I mean, I live in a two-bedroom flat. And a few days ago, 250 quid. That's not even a quarter. That's like 6 weeks. 6 weeks, £250 energy bill. That's shocking, disgusting. And that's SSE, by the way. SSE. I mean, wow. It's just... I'm not going to start swearing about it. It's one of those things. But the politicians aren't stopping it, are they? The politicians, hey, those that are meant to, you're not meant to profit from war. You're not meant, it's actually illegal. It's against the law to profit from war. Yet the energy companies have made 420 billion. Wow, absolutely shocking. People profited from the pandemic, politicians. Profited from the oil, politicians. Profited from the petrol, politicians. Yes. It's absolutely shocking. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. And it's your fault and my fault for not voting for a... Whether you call it right wing or left wing, I don't care. I'm voting for reform, and I'm going to stick with him. I think Richard Tice is a man to lead us out of this crappy time we've had with the two-tier system, and it's the way forward. It's just my opinion, clearly. Yeah. And for those that aren't aware, during the Easter weekend, over 800 people crossed the English Channel and are now being put up in houses. Who's paying for their energy bills? Oh, we are. Who's paying for their clothes, their food, their accommodation? And they'll all probably get a mobile phone. I think I heard that before. Yeah, they get mobile phones so they can contact their family across the other side of the river. Yep, next boat. It's shocking. Our country is shite. The UK is disgusting. Yeah. Told you, when I get myself sorted, I'd rather leave England. England's a cesspit of Europe. Just my opinion, clearly. And what else? Scotland has brought in new laws, new hate crime laws. Can you believe that? I was a little bit stunned. I mean, I know that I should be I have a happy story at the end, by the way, I really do. So Scotland's brought in new laws for hate crimes. Yeah, J.K. Rowling has tweeted to all her followers, urging them, can you make sure you respect the pronouns of the convicted pists? Can't say that R word, artists. Make sure you respect their pronouns. Oh yeah. Now, I will point out, but I won't say the word. Isn't it weird that Scotland are bringing in laws for hate crime? The only demographic of a person that is not being protected in Scotland now is a woman. Oh, you can identify as things. You'll be protected. Your identity will be protected. But the there's no laws to protect women in Scotland now. There's not. There's laws to protect people that want to be women, but not the actual women, which is quite sad. Now, it's weird to point out the demographic of an individual who's in charge of Scotland, who's from a place that don't want women to have education, who don't want women to be out in the streets and to be show their face and they must be covered up. Oh. So the guy in charge of Scotland hasn't brought in any laws to protect real women, but has brought in laws to protect other types of demographic. He's from a place and a religion that don't want women out in the streets in society to have jobs, to have education. Oh wow, well done Scotland for voting that person in. Guys, these are all facts. The video will probably get taken down for a hate crime, but you know what? I'm past caring what YouTube human reviewers actually want to mark. At the end of the day, they're trying to change facts to suit their agenda and their opinions, which is a bit weird. Yeah. And from today, please go and check. From today, it's all shit news, isn't it? From today, the BBC TV licence has risen to £169 now. It's now went up. So you'll have to pay for the propaganda. I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I have Amazon Prime and I have Netflix, and I don't need a TV licence for that. No, I don't. No, I don't watch BBC, I don't watch any of the live stuff, and I pay for everything. So there we go. You're best off getting other things where you don't have to pay. I mean, Netflix don't hit me with propaganda news, and neither does Amazon, which is fantastic. And if you want to keep paying for these outrageous stars on the BBC, which seem to cover up everything which is wrong about society, under the guidance of your license fee, you can stop it. You can cancel it if you want. It's the best way to cancel it. You don't need a TV license to watch my videos and to watch my rants on Instagram. There we go. It's free. Well, it's 99p on Instagram or £169. Yeah. And what else happened? Tenerife. The residents of Tenerife are complaining about British tourists. British tourists seem to come over and lie in our sun and drink our cheap beer, eat our cheap food and party. No. That's a holiday, but they are complaining about one thing, and I think they have a point. They are sick to death of British tourists coming across for their partying and leaving the place in shit state with rubbish everywhere. So they want to implement a tourist tax. I think it's just a way to get money out of people. Basically, when there's parties on the go, get the police on the street. That's a simple way to do it. Get authorities out and fine people. Fine people. That's how you stop them dropping this rubbish. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Right. I'm going to end my little morning rant with something which, in a way, is a little bit funny, but not for Charlotte Hawkins. I'm sure you've heard of Charlotte Hawkins. She works for Good Morning Britain. I nearly said GMTV there. She works for Good Morning Britain. Well, yesterday she was modelling a necklace. A lovely pearl necklace belonged to Marilyn Monroe. So as she was modelling it, it broke. It broke, worth £700,000, and the pearls went all over the studio. I felt sorry for her. I didn't watch it. I seen it in today's media, but I felt sorry for her. Imagine that happening live on air. Possibly an insurance scam from the company that owned it. Not too sure. It's a bit weird how it broke live on air, having been travelled around. Maybe it's just a coincidence, I don't know. Well, anyway, listen, as I said, thank you to all those that have came over to Instagram. I've had 2,000 of you come across in the last 3 days. Not 2/3 of you has subscribed though. I've got over 100 new subscribers over there, which is fantastic. And I do my little show over there for you. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. You're all decent people on here. I've met loads of fantastic people. But in order for me to protect what's happening, I have to preempt it and I have to move across before I get kicked off. When I get kicked off, I won't have the chance to ask you to move somewhere else. So I'm using my noggin. Anyway, listen, have a wonderful day, people, and stay safe.